Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we are going to take a look at the numerology and the energy for the collective and for each personal life path number for the month of December 2021. So happy holidays and happy December. As always, with these monthly readings, I'm going to go over the numerology and energy for the collective first, which we are all a part of. So yes, it's relevant. And then I'll dive into your specific life path number for December. It all ties in together, so I highly suggest listening to it all. This, of course, is a general reading. If you would like a personalized reading to look at your own personal energies, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. Also, 2022 forecasts are now up for each life path number. So if you haven't checked yours out yet, go ahead and check that out. And this is a great time to get your own personal year ahead forecast for 2022. If you haven't done that yet, just book some time with me. My information is in the description box below, and you can take a look at your own personal numerology and what the year ahead could hold for you. Okay, so now on with the show. So y'all, I am so excited for the energy of this month. When I was looking at the numbers, when I was looking at the energy, I was just blown away. December is going to be, or has the potential to be, one of the most beautiful months and energies that we've seen in a really long time. This is going to be 17-8 energy, which in tarot is represented by the star card. So this is a time for great big wishes coming true. This is such cosmic, supportive, just incredibly loving, beautiful, just great energy. So this energy represents tremendous good fortune, whatever fortune means for you. So rewards of all kinds could come in at this time. Travel could be coming in really strongly for you. Assistance from others in ways that we never would have expected, but has the potential to bring about incredible big new opportunities. Financial resources could be really strong at this time. Personal financial gain. This is a time to ask for that assistance that you need, or that you've been like having, that you want to pursue something, but maybe somebody holds the key to help you enter across the threshold for whatever that is. This is going to be the time to ask for that assistance from those people that you would maybe not normally ask for that assistance from, and be open to receiving it from the most unexpected places. Under this energy, we are the star of the show. Individually, we are the star of the show. And so big dreams can come true under this energy. So make those big wishes and expect that they will find you. There is no need to control the how, just trust. This energy brings about renewed hope and passion, which we all could use an extra dose of, I think, globally. Money, gifts, advancements, and promotions all seem to sort of fall from the heavens that are under this influence. This is just incredibly beautiful energy. If you've had medical ailments, you may see those improve, or you may see new solutions surface that can assist you. And positive attitudes and buoyant hopes can be greatly rewarded at this time. And so I always talk about being very aware of the thoughts that you choose to take action upon, because we can't control the thought that comes in, but we can absolutely control the thought that we choose to believe and that we choose to take action upon. That thought creates the action, creates the manifestation, and creates the reality. So again, be very mindful of those thoughts, and to choose a positive thought over a negative one is not toxic positivity. We're not talking about emotions here and controlling or suppressing emotions. We're talking about controlling the thought that you choose to take action upon, which is you have the power to do, and that is incredibly empowering. And that thought, that action will contribute greatly to your experience. So choose wisely. Under this 17 8 energy, intuitiveness, creativeness, and psychic powers can be even more pronounced now. So you may notice increased mental vitality as well, and that solutions to problems seem to sort of come from out of nowhere. So this energy brings with it hope and faith in the future, and incredible courage to face any difficulties and to overcome any obstacle. This is big, big cosmic supportive energy. Compassion for others, kindness, the desire for peace and love among all is at the core of this energy, and tapping into it allows for a much deeper understanding of the essence of life, an understanding that surpasses that of the 3D reality. Your spiritual love will invigorate your physical reality now. This may all sound too good to be true or more fluff than realism, but know that this beautiful, incredibly supportive, abundant energy is quite literally flowing around us all throughout this month. And as always, it's what we choose to do with it that makes all of the difference in our own personal experience. So will you believe in the magic this month that's showing up for us, or won't you? You get to decide. Stubbornness, doubts, pessimism, cynicism will sort of dim the light so much that it will be difficult to see the promise or the light within the world. So too much pride will have you stop short of asking someone for that assistance that could quite literally change your entire world. Or too much judgment and ego could keep you from opening those doors of opportunity for another that would have brought so much more light into the world. We are all the stars of this show, and the sky looks so much more beautiful when all of the stars are out and shining their brightest without the need for competition or the need to dim somebody else's light. We are all capable of bringing the light. So this December, let's do just that, and let's be open to receiving all of the infinite blessings that are incoming under this abundant, incredibly beautiful 17-8 energy. We couldn't have asked for a more promising, fortunate energy to close out 2021 with. Embrace it with everything that you have and expect only the most beautiful, positive, abundant blessings to find you. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at your personal life path number for December 2021. Life path number 8. So I pulled an animal spirit card for you all for December, and you got Antelope Spirit. And Antelope's message is life is speeding up. So things are about to take off for you all. And I don't know whether that's going to be, with resources, with your career, with relationships, with something you're working on internally. This is a general reading, so it could be across the board. But antelope are really one of the fastest land animals in North America. Actually, I think they are the fastest land animal in North America. They're very, very fast. And so they're, I think, almost as fast or as fast as the cheetah. Maybe not as fast as the cheetah, but they can go for longer periods of time type thing at a sustained pace. And so the reason why I bring that up is because whatever it is that's picking up for you around this time, I feel like it's something that you're going to be able to maintain that pace for quite some time. It's something that's going to be sustainable, like a sustained pace, but something that's going to feel really, really good for you, given, that you're an 8 and, this is probably something related to business in some way or something that you have been working on or building on or whatever the case may be. Again, it can be across the board because it's a general reading, but something is picking up that's been feeling very, very stagnant. And I don't know if it's going to be something where you release something and then something else comes in and things just like take off, or if it's like something that you've really been putting a lot of effort into and had to work really hard towards or in purpose towards is now finally taking off in such a big way that it sort of takes you by surprise, but it's definitely something sustainable. It's like something that you are definitely prepared to maintain this speed with, right? So this is really, really exciting energy for you all. So when I look at the energy of December for you all, right out of the gate, very first week, we have just this sense of like complete clarity around something and confidence. I'm getting confidence really, really strongly. So there might be something again where you were really second guessing yourself or questioning yourself about, and you just get a big dose of clarity coming in around the first week of December that really just signifies for you that, okay, I'm on the right path. I'm doing what I need to be doing. The people are starting to show up that I need to show up to help me to do this. I feel confident in asking for what I need. I feel confident in having those difficult conversations in order to help the team or myself or whatever progress. There's just this really strong energy of like finding your voice and not being afraid to use it type thing. If you were afraid to use it. I'm just getting like, now it's like, okay, I feel like you guys had a similar reading for November. I could be wrong, but I just feel like 2022 for you all is going to be a pretty powerful year, if I remember correctly from the 2022 forecast. And I think things are really going to start to pick up for you starting in December. Like, I think you're going to start to really get some like foreshadowing for what's to come. And I just think you're going to see the pace pick up. And so I think this first and second week, really, the energy is very, very supportive of that. But the first week, I just feel like it's like you feel very confident and sort of your feet firmly planted on the ground this first week. Like, there's something that maybe you were questioning that you just have complete confirmation for and feel that level of confidence that you've been sort of waiting for, if that makes sense. But it's all based on your, the effort that you've put forth. So really positive energy. There could be some communications coming in at this time, like we talked about in the intro. Lines of communication are going to be wide open at this point in time. So if there's something where you have been waiting to hear on something that maybe you sent out ages ago and just thought that had sort of died, you may see that get picked up now at a very fast pace and sort of come in. And it's like now the other party is ready to take action on this, and they want to go now type thing. And so be prepared for that. Which is a good thing because it's something that you've wanted for a while, but maybe again sort of gave up on because it just didn't seem like it was going to work out. But now the lines of communication are wide open, things are moving. So really this is going to be an opportunity for you to also work on your communication and make sure that you are expressing what you need, that you're very clear on that you're making sure that you are understood. Without a doubt, right? Like, you don't have control over what that person hears, but you can make it very clear from your end what it is that you need, whatever this project needs to be successful, what it is that you need in order to thrive. And so it's going to fall on you to make sure that you're communicating in a way that is very much understood without leaving much room for sort of interpretation. You see what I'm saying? Like, it needs to be very, very clear. Like, you need to make sure that you're not just putting it out there and just making the other person read your mind, but you're being very, very clear in your needs, what it is that you need to thrive, what it is that you need for this to be successful. And yeah, I don't know how else to put it. So just, this is going to be you sort of, again, using your voice, standing in your power and without apology, but then also not expecting that other person to decipher what it is that you need, to be very, very clear in your communication. That's coming in very, very strongly. So however that resonates. The second week, there is something here about, again, I think this is where the energy really, really picks up for you all, is around the second week. Now, energy is fluid, so it can really happen at any point in time, but this is when the energy is most potent, is around the second week, for things to just start flying for you, to really take off in a big way. But really remember that you're a part of that equation. So if you don't say yes to whatever this is, if you start to restrict yourself, if you start to doubt yourself, if you start to hold yourself back, you are sort of impeding the progress forward. You are determining the speed of how this is going to move. You see what I'm saying? It's like the energy behind it is like wanting to go 100 miles an hour. But if you're only pressing the pedal at 20 miles an hour, and then you're like, why are we going so slow? It's because you're restricting yourself in some way. And so take a closer look at your own self-imposed restrictions, because the energy here is very, very fast moving. Things are ready to take off. But it's kind of like if you're sitting there saying like, I really want X, Y, and Z, but you're not putting in the effort for X, Y, and Z, then you're probably not going to get to X, Y, and Z as quickly as you want to. You see what I'm saying? It's like, so you also just remember you're part of this equation. Of course, the universe can slow our roll, right? Of course, like there can be those speed bumps, but I feel like the speed bumps have been removed at this point, and that you're ready to roll. So you just need to make sure you're pressing the pedal to the speed that you want to be moving. Third week, we have this energy of like you may be asked here to take a change in direction, to move in a much more aligned path, but one that is going to feel way outside of your comfort zone. Something that, again, you might not feel ready for, you might not feel confident about, you might feel like this opportunity has landed in your lap and you're not ready for it. But you are ready for it if it's coming to you, right? Like if the universe is sending it to you, you are ready. So say yes to it, even though there's a lot of, it feels like ambiguity with whatever this is. Like you're kind of being asked to take a leap of faith here. You're also being asked to make sure that you're checking in with yourself to see again where you're putting your own limitations on yourself, like where you're putting those restrictions that don't need to be there, because that's going to be, I think, a theme for you now and throughout 2022 is to pay close attention to your own limitations that you're putting on yourself. Not that are actual limitations. And I think that you're going to have a chance to sort of get a glimpse into that around that third week. So just be really mindful of that. But yeah, you're kind of being asked here to forge a new path in your own creativity, in your relationships, and how you're showing up to things, in your belief systems. You're kind of being asked to go down a path that hasn't been gone down before here, and you need to sort of create the way as you go. And it'll be illuminated as you continue to move forward, but you're not going to have all the clarity and information that you want up front. And so again, you are just going to have to take a leap of faith here. You're going to have to move in a direction that feels uncomfortable for you, and that maybe you haven't explored before, but that's also going to pique your interest. So you're going to feel sort of compelled to move down this new path. And it's not going to feel like a burden, but it is probably going to spike some of those self-doubts or fears around judgment or whatever comes up for you, right? Like whatever your sort of triggers are. I feel like that could be coming in around the third week. So just pay attention to that and just know that if it's coming up for you, it's coming up to be worked through, to be overcome, to be transmuted. And to know that, again, if the path is being shown to you and the inspirations are coming, they're coming in because you are ready. You're ready to go down this new path. You're ready to take these new initiatives. So, but you're the one that has to say yes to them, of course. Then the fourth week, I'm definitely seeing around that third week, I do feel like there's going to be something that you have to release. Like there's something that maybe is being eclipsed out from that new moon in Sagittarius. That's also the solar eclipse that's happening on December 4th. I feel like some things may be eclipsed out for you now, but things that maybe you were holding on to, really trying to make them work, but just weren't working. And like there were kind of just dead weight. So they really needed to be eclipsed out, but maybe you were holding on to them because if they didn't work out, you were seeing them as personal failure, but it's not personal failure. It's just like it's run its course. And you've gotten what you need to get out of that experience, out of that relationship, out of that whatever it is. And so it's sort of being eclipsed out now, and you just need to move on from it. You need to release it, let it go, because it's being eclipsed for a reason. Don't stay and focus on that energy too much. Yes, grieve whatever you need to grieve if it's something that requires that, although it doesn't feel that big. It feels like, again, it's like an old belief system or something that you have been working on that just you really are trying to force it to work and it's just not working. And so, again, flow, not force. And so those things that we have to force ourselves to obtain, we're going to have to continue to force to keep. And it just becomes this chaotic struggle of an energy. You want the things that sort of flow to you organically, right? Even though there's challenges involved in that as well, and it's not always quote unquote easy, but you want the things that sort of flow to you, that are meant for you, not the things you have to force to stay with you. And so again, if this is a belief system, if this is a project, if this is a relationship, and you're being asked to release it, or you're not even really being asked at this point. It's like the invitation is gone. It's now the universe being like, okay, we're eclipsing this out. Go through any emotions you need to move through and honor those emotions, but just don't get stuck here, because if it's being eclipsed out, it needs to go. And there are some really beautiful things waiting for you that will come in to fill that void, that are much, much, much more aligned, that are going to really help you on this next chapter. So my message here would be, pay attention to where you're focusing your energy. Are you focusing on the things that are crumbling and putting your energy there and that aren't working? Or are you going to focus your energy on the things that are new and you're building and that are working? Because wherever you focus your energy on is where your attention is going, your intention. And so that's what you're trying to continue to build upon. So if you're trying to build upon the things that are crumbling, you're kind of wasting your energy. You see what I'm saying? Like, your focus is on something that's just not working. So shift of focus here is really being brought in strongly. And remember, it's kind of like that dead weight is holding that antelope back, right? You have the antelope spirit this month. So that antelope wants to run free. And so whatever this dead weight is needs to go. So make sure you're releasing it and not fighting it, right? Not fighting the release. I think if you can do that, you're going to just see things pick up so incredibly fast for you. So when you're hitting those speed bumps, sometimes it can be life being like, is this what you really want? Is this what you really want to focus your energy on? Is this really what you want to dedicate your time and attention to? Because if it's not, let it go, because there's much better things waiting for you. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you all so much for listening. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.